I've been fortunate now to work with men and women and children for over 10 years, from the public sector, private sectors, all different jobs and roles and titles and walks of life. And do you know the person that they are always harshest with is themselves? Do you recognise yourself in that statement? I know I do. The person that we reserve our worst criticism for, our worst hatred, is pretty much usually ourselves. And kind of why is that? Take some time to think about that today if you do that towards yourself. What's special about you? Or what would be special about me that allows me to reserve my worst judgments for myself? Is it our high standards? Is it because we expect so much from ourselves? It's a really interesting question to think about that. Why do we get to be so harsh to ourselves? We wouldn't expect a best friend or a child to say, this is what you need to do. You need to do this towards yourself. We never teach that, ever. And yet we somehow pick it up as a useful thing to do. Now, I'm not saying you drop your standards from yourself. I have very high standards for myself, and I think you should too. But when it gets to the stage where you're having a go at yourself, criticising yourself all the time, you're not taking pleasure in anything you do, and everything you do, it's not good enough. Kindness and compassion towards yourself is what I found is the only answer, the only way forward. Because more criticism, and criticising yourself, it's just a downward spiral. Kindness is the ability to say, look, you're okay just as you are. And compassion is that ability to kind of hold yourself in that moment and suffer through with yourself. And it's almost like there's a second part of you. You're looking after yourself, if that makes sense, saying, yeah, you're okay, or you're not okay, but that's okay as well. So think about that. Do you really and should you really reserve your worst hatred for yourself just through some kind of habit you've picked up in life? Or could you direct that exact same energy towards yourself with more kindness and compassion and think about the results you might have there? Just something to think about. Give it a try.